Round 1 of the IHSA Class 4A state playoffs featured two rivals who don't like each other very much, to say the least. When the two teams come out to start things off, things got a little heated and coaches and refs had to separate the two teams. But eventually we got to some football between Taylorville and Mount Zion. The Tornadoes beat the Braves in Week 5 on their way to an Apollo Conference Championship and a 9-0 season, and that gave them a 3 seed in the 4A brackets. On the first drive, the Tornadoes went to the ground, and Tyler Gist finds a big hole and rumbles his way down into scoring position. The Braves defense would be able to hold the Tornadoes to a field goal attempt, and Cole Owens would boot that one through to put Taylorville up 3-0 with 7:14 to go in the first. Mount Zion's offense would answer to start the second quarter, featuring their new quarterback, Brandon Price. The Tornadoes had trouble stopping him in the first half, and he would set himself up for the 1-yard quarterback keeper to give Mount Zion a 7-3 lead with 8:03 left until halftime. At this point, Mount Zion had already scored more points in this one than they did in their first meeting total, and they would have the momentum and take an even bigger lead on the next drive as Blake Heimses is picked off at the 48 by Alex Scarf, and he gone. That's a pick six, and the Braves are shocking the Tornadoes up 14-3 with 5:22 until the half. Taylorville would look to answer, would start a drive to end the half, but Josh Carnahan and that Mount Zion defense had other plans. He picks off Heimses, and that's where we would end the first half. Taylorville on upset alert as the 14 seed Mount Zion Braves were up 14-3 at the break. The two teams would swap punts to start the second half before the Tornadoes would put together a scoring drive that started with Heimses on the pump fake, and eventually he finds Cole Owens for the big gain to put Taylorville in scoring position. A few plays later, Heimses would look the other way and find Jimmy Berry from 25 yards out for the touchdown. The two-point conversion would fail, and Mount Zion still led 14-9 with 2:23 to go in the third. One more look at that touchdown catch from Barry. That's one heck of a catch, kid. The Taylorville defense would buckle down and stop the Braves offense. That would be the story in the second half, and headed to the fourth, the Tornadoes were still trailing, but were moving the ball as Heimses finds Owens again for the first down, and instead of throwing it this time, Heimses decides to keep it. He finds pay dirt from 10 yards out, and Taylorville takes the lead for the first time since the first quarter. Taylorville's defense would squat up again and get the offense the ball back, and that's when the man they call Meat makes magic happen again. After turning the ball over 3 times in the first half, Heimses would make up for it as he runs in from 56 yards out, and Taylorville is now up 23-14 with 4:22 to play. The Taylorville defense does its job again, and with the ball back, the Tornadoes hand it off to Jimmy Berry coming around the corner, and there's no catching him from 31 yards out. He scores to put the Tornadoes up 29-14 with 2:05 to go, and that was the nail in the coffin. The Braves would try to make some magic happen, but this pass is picked off by Tanner Thomason. He gets the INT off Price, and just for some good measure, Heimses adds another touchdown run in the final minutes, and Taylorville beats Mount Zion 36-14 for their 10th win of the year to stay undefeated and survive to make it to the second round of the IHSA 4A state playoffs.